The Foundations of Business Communication, a training presentation by Amira Betancourt. What is business communication? Definition. Business communication is defined as the action of exchanging information from one person to another, outside and inside the workplace environment. Examples of business communication: the launch of a new product, employee-to-employee communication, employee-to-customer communication, the launch of a new marketing/advertising campaign, and management-to-employee communication. There are 6 key elements of business communication. Stimulus, an event that creates a need to communicate. Filter, perception of one's knowledge, experience, and viewpoints. Message, the information communicated from verbal or nonverbal cues. Medium, the form of a message. Destination, the point when control passes from the sender to the receiver. And feedback, reactions from receivers that may affect future communication. And I included a diagram of the communication process. The formal communication network. The formal communication network includes 3 types of communication that happens inside the organization. The first one is downward communication, which means messages flow downward through the chain of command. For example, manager to employee. The second one is upward communication, which means that the messages flow upward through the chain of command. For example, employee to boss. The third one is horizontal or lateral communication, which means messages flow horizontally between people of the same rank. For example, employee to employee. With these 3 types of communication in mind, it's always important to keep the communication professional. There are 2 main types of communication channels. The first type is traditional methods, which include magazine articles, reports, financial statements, and newspapers. The second is technological media, which includes emails, text messages, social media, and video conferencing. There are 2 main types of barriers in business communication. The first one is verbal, and this includes differences in interpretation, cultural and language differences, poor knowledge of vocabulary, and inappropriate use of expressions. Because business is starting to get very global nowadays, cultural and language differences are a big verbal barrier in business communication. The other type is nonverbal barriers. This includes body language and gestures, differences in perception, inappropriate emotions, tone of voice, and distractions. If you do not make eye contact with someone while they're speaking to you, they may take this negatively. Being able to communicate professionally, both ethically and legally. To communicate efficiently and professionally, both ethically and legally, you must ask yourself if your communication is legal, appropriate, and aligned with your company's policy and values. It is crucial to understand the 6 key elements of business communication as well as the formal communication network, because this will help you decide on how to communicate with people such as your boss, coworker, or business partner. Then you will be able to formulate and deliver the appropriate message through the appropriate channel. Doing these measures while being mindful of various communications barriers will aid in making you a successful business communicator. Thank you.